Hi, David here, One Up Gaming, episode 333 of the One Up Gaming podcast. If you're wondering why my head's red, I was wearing a beanie hat and I've taken it off now, so I've got all the marks on my head. But let's just skip through all that. Please visit our website, oneupgaming.co.uk. We have nice new hoodies available to buy from the shop. So just go to oneupgaming.co.uk, top right hand corner, online store, and you can see what's available. We have this to give away. It's our Dead Space poster with the One Up Gaming logo on. And because Dead Space the game is coming out soon, and we want to give one of these away. So just go onto any one of our videos and put Dead Space as a comment. Please be in the UK and we'll get this folded up and sent out to you. So if you're interested in a Dead Space t-shirt, let us know. As always, we're sponsored by Games Inspired Music, so just Google search Stream by. 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. So, the games we've been playing this week. Go.
Hello Andy, this is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig.
Hi, David here, One Up Gaming. Gonna be continuing what we've been playing this week, and this is from the 333rd podcast. One Up Gaming, check out the website. Just go to www.oneupgaming.co.uk. Oh, my nose dribbling. Very, very nice, I know. Anyway, first up, Everybody's Tennis for the PS2. Now, this is back in the day when I think it's like Hot Shots Tennis and Everybody's Tennis. Same game, it's just that one's like the American name, one's the European name. And they're very similar to the games that Camelot sort of made for Nintendo, for like the Mario Golf, Mario Tennis sort of games. Arcadey, fast-paced sort of games. Now this one's okay, it's not as good as the Mario Tennis sort of games, but again, it's PS2, it's a nice, fast-paced arcade game. Graphically, it doesn't look as good as what you remember. I remember it looking like really nice, really sharp, but it looked very, very muted. So I wasn't massively impressed with this game. Yeah. Anyway. Snow Motor Racing Freedom. Now this is from the Aqua Motor Racing Utopia developers. Zordix? I think it's Zordix? Zordix? Yeah, Zordix, something like that. Yeah, it's like a wizardy hat, I think. Oh, I'm gonna get well out of my depth now. Anyway, this one is on snowmobiles instead of on water. And it's like more point-to-point racing, so there's like points on the map that you have to go through the gates at a certain direction. So when you're racing, you just have like points on the map of interest, and you have to go through these sort of gates within a certain time and in a certain order to actually qualify and keep going. Technically speaking, it's okay. It's just the graphical style of the game. Again, it looks like a PS2 game that's been high-resed up. So, it's very sharp, it's very clean, it's very neat. But the game itself looks very low definition. It just doesn't seem to have got the texture packs at the high enough resolution. It just looks a little bit simple, a little bit basic. The handling can be a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it plays well, and other times it just like spins out of control. But yeah, I don't know. So next game that we played was Everybody's Golf for the PS1. Now again, very similar to Everybody's Tennis and Hot Shots Golf and Hot Shots Tennis. It's an arcadey golf game where when you get the meter right, it just goes nice shot and it goes. It's a really nice game. It's for the PS1, so you can imagine it's about 30-year-old now. Well, I say 30-year-old, 25-year-old? I can't do time. Time is completely out of the question for me. But for the PS1, graphically it looks nice. It all runs well. It's those early 3D games with like the 2D trees and stuff, so it's nice. It's a good little game. It's a good history to go back to see these sort of games. I should really start to try and breathe properly. But anyway, next up, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Now, again, I'm playing a lot of the old PS1 sort of games here. If anyone can remember this game, it was one of the early sort of games where it was the cinematic platform game, I believe it's called. So like the original Prince of Persia, like the Flashback, like the Out of This World, Another World, all those sort of games. Very stilted, very nicely animated sort of platform games, side-on. And I don't think it's even like a platform where the camera pans with you. It's like a still screen. You know, it's like every single... When you walk off the screen, it loads up a whole new screen. But it's got nice mechanics on this one. Take over enemies, make them explode, fart, burp, follow me, all these sort of things. And the Abe himself is a bona fide classic. Oddworld Inhabitants, I believe they were trying to make like these into movies, which I could see why they would try. It'd make a very good Disney style animated movie. And yeah, I just don't know why especially nowadays where everyone's making movies from games. And there's been a lot of the Oddworld games, so I'm sure there'd be some interest in there. But the game, it's very grainy now. It is very, very grainy. I think the backgrounds used a bit of like live action sort of movie footage sort of thing. And it just looks very grainy, very pixelated now. Another game. Another game, Astro's Playroom. Now this game, it's like included with every PlayStation 5. It's like a little platform demo history sort of thing for the PlayStation. So you're playing platform game and you unlock things, so you get the PS1 that you can have a look around in full 3D, the PS2, the PS3, the PSVR, all these sort of things you can actually look at in full 3D and look around. And the basic gameplay of the game is a nice, simple platform game, and it looks amazing. It really does look nice and crisp. So I'd say it's a really good little game. If you have a PS5, just download it and play it. It's free. It's included with the system. It's a nice starter point. It shows you how to use some of the trigger stuff and things like that. So that's nice. Chained Echoes. Now, I've never been a big fan of RPGs, and then these games that are made now that are supposed to be like the Super Nintendo sort of like role-playing games, I like these even less, because back then that was cutting edge, it was amazing. Now it looks very simple, there's no voiceover dialogue, which that kills it for me. For me, it's like I can't be bothered to sit and read all the text. I'd rather be able to put the pad down, quickly check emails or something on my phone while I can hear someone talking the story through to me. That might just be me being an ass, but I'm an ass. Alright, fine. But you get what I mean. That's just weird. But it looks very simple, very cutesy, very squat little characters, very pixelated art. What more do you need to know? I didn't really get that far into it to see the battle system. Even on a lot of these games, I just go to attack, and if it doesn't work, I just go magic, and see what happens. And the last game that I played this week was Ghost of Tsushima. This is why I never wanted to buy this game. I can't pronounce shit. But I think it was made by Sucker Punch. Was it Sucker Punch? Oh no, wasn't that the... That might have been the Days Gone. Was this just Studio Japan? I don't know. Anyway, it looks fantastic. The art style is amazing, the graphics are amazing, everything looks absolutely stunning. I love the training level where you're fighting like in a ringed sort of dojo in the open with all the leaves, so when you're fighting all the leaves get brushed up with the wind and everything. It looks brilliant. I like the fact that it's a very simple game to play, it's not very complex. It's not exactly the most deep combat system, but I do like the game. It gripped me, the story was really there, it got me going. So that's the games we've been playing this week. Will like just to mention that we have an Evercade EXP review on the website now, so just go on to the website, have a look, and it'll be on there. Nice little machine, very cheap, very tacky, but it's a nice machine. We've also got our gameplay series. So we have our Gran Turismo series. We've just launched our new OUG's Fantasy League, because I just downloaded the Football Manager 23 mobile on my tablet, so we're gonna try and get that as a weekly series now. See if I can get, I created my own one-up gaming team. I took over Darlington in the Vanarama North. So we'll see how far we can get up the leagues. I'm not going to really buy or sell players. I'm just going to keep the squad of team that I've got and just sort of see how far we do. And we'll try and get the Evercade series back, the Star Trek Online series back, Worst Games Ever series, and the Ridge Racer 6 series. And that, my friends, is the games we've been playing for this week on the episode 333 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. So please check that out. And if you're watching the podcast, stick around. We'll be back with this week's news. Still David, still One Up Gaming. This is from episode 333 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. This is this week's news, and we will quickly go through. And while we're doing this, I would just like to say, Borderlands the movie is reportedly getting reshoots from Deadpool's Tim Miller instead of Eli Roth. I mean, isn't Eli Roth the horror guy? Um, so there was a lot of rumours that Deadpool's Tim Miller has replaced Eli Roth as a director of the Borderlands film, but the truth appears to be that Miller's just handling a couple of weeks of reshoots while Roth begins work on another project, which I guess that makes sense. I don't know much about this Borderlands sort of movie. Is it a movie? Is it a series? Oh, so it's got Jack Black, Cate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Kevin Hart. Oh, it's just weird. It is just weird. I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think of the Borderlands sort of movie? Do you think it's going to be any good, or do you think it's going to be rubbish? Just to make you know, if you want to win a t-shirt like this, just go on to any video that we've got and leave a t-shirt. Just put t-shirt and we will... I guess you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. But just leave the word t-shirt on any video and we'll look at sending out one of these for you guys. So I guess we will we'll move on to the next bit of news. James Cameron is going to have to do Avatar 4 and 5 as Way of Water nears break-even point. It seems the market has spoken. James Cameron is ready to go forward with Avatar 4 and 5. So, have they started 3 then? I don't know how this all works. It looks like just with the momentum of the film has now break even in the next few days, so it looks like it can't wiggle out of this. Cameron said on HBO Max's Who's Talking to Chris Wallace. I don't know who Chris Wallace is. Cameron previously said that the break-even point for Avatar Way of Water would be around $2 billion. That's the break-even point, $2 billion. I'm going to have to do these sequels. I know what I'm going to do in the next 6 or 7 years. The point is we're going to be okay. Cameron basically sort of said that the market will decide whether these movies will go ahead or not. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Avatar movies are decent? Do you think it's just weird that they're making all these massively expensive movies in the hope that people will go see them? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I've not seen Avatar 2, so I wouldn't know. So, next bit of news. Gladiator 2 is happening, and it casts Paul Mescal as the lead. I don't know who that is. So, Ridley Scott is returning to Rome after over 20 years. According to Deadline, Gladiator 2 is finally happening, and Ridley Scott is returning to the helm. The original Gladiator, which hit theatres in 2000, was a blockbuster hit. Blah, 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 blah. Won loads of best pictures and everything. Now, Scott is bringing back Rome in the first ever sequel. The new film stars Paul Mescal, best known for his role in the Hulu limited series Normal People. The Irish actor starred in After Sun. I've no idea. Heartthrob. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. So, are you guys looking forward to the next Gladiator movie? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think some of these movies, they're good, but they're in a time frame. But anyway, next up, Wednesday is officially renewed at Netflix. So, Netflix has just announced that the hit series Tim Burton's spin-off of the classic Addams Family franchise has been renewed for a second season. The 8-episode first season hit the streaming service on the November 23rd and has since become one of Netflix's most popular shows. So basically, it's only behind Stranger Things Season 4 for the best streaming star. I don't know who Jenna Ortega I don't know. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think the Wednesday was a good series? I don't know. We'll see how that sort of goes. But I'm actually watched Wednesday. I actually enjoyed some of the Addams Family stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how much time and everything that I get over the next few weeks. So the next bit of news, Vince McMahon is officially back on the WWE board. Former WWE CEO wants to spearhead a potential sale of the wrestling company. That's probably because he wants money. Former WWE CEO Vince McMahon has officially returned to the wrestling organization's board of directors after rumblings of the move arose earlier this week. Today we announced that the founder of WWE, Vince McMahon, would be returning to the board, said chairwoman and co-CEO Stephanie McMahon, of course, keeping the family, co-CEO Nick Khan and Chief Content Officer Paul Levesque, I don't know how you pronounce that, in a joint statement. We also welcome back Michelle Wilson and George Barrios to our board of directors, don't know who they are. Together we look forward to exploring all strategic alternatives to maximise shareholder value. Sales. I don't know who any of these other people are. Anyway, Vince McMahon back on the board. Is he going to sell the company? Because it sure looks like that is what he looks to be doing. I don't know. I've not watched WWE since it was WWF, and since the Ultimate Warrior and the Hulk Hogan were fighting. I used to love the Ultimate Warrior, British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. Classics, absolute classics. So, Vampire Survivors Dev released a mobile port itself to fight copycats. Vampire Survivors, Jesus, I can't read. Developer Ponkel, was forced to release its game on mobile ASAP after several exact copies began appearing on the market. As reported by GI.biz, the initial attempt to bring Vampire Survivors to mobile devices in the wake of its successful 2022 launch on PC and Xbox, but struggled to find a partner that shared its views on monetization. Soon after the initial success, to non-predatory. In the wake of these conversations, however, unlicensed versions of the game started appearing on mobile stores. Months passed by and a large number of actual clones stolen code, assets, data progression. Oh. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I thought the game itself I played on the Xbox, was quite a fun little game. It was different to what I was expecting, but for a couple of quid, what were everyone's expectations, really? It was different. Next up, Silent Hill 2 Remake is faithfully sticking to the original story while updating gameplay. The developer behind Konami Silent Hill 2 Remake is faithfully sticking to the blah 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 blah. Speaking to Dread XP, Blooper Team's Chief Marketing Officer Anna Jaziska promised the developer isn't missing the point on the remake. We are focusing on bringing the distinct visceral atmosphere back in the modernised Silent Hill 2. Long-time fans shouldn't worry about us missing the point when livening up the title. We faithfully stick to the traditional story canon while remaking the gameplay and updating the graphics from the ground up. These are the reasons why Konami entrusted us with a remake in the first place. Exactly what would you change in the remake was a little unclear when the Konami first announced it. Make everything that made the game a timeless classic. I don't know. I'm a little bit annoyed that it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive and not many people have actually made that much of a bone about it. Because if it was an Xbox exclusive, there'd be an absolute piss uproar about everything. But that's just my opinion. And my opinion is nearly always wrong. Anyway, the UK government extends investigation of Xbox's Activision Blizzard deal due to its complexity. The UK government's Competitions and Markets Authority extended its investigation, blah, 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 blah. So it's after the process of the immense amount of evidence as well as lengthy responses from both Sony and Microsoft and the public, the final submission date for the report, which will deem either or not for is now April 26th instead of March 1st. They will try and get it completed as soon as possible. It may even arrive before the April deadline. Taking this decision, the inquiry group had regard to the scope and complexity of the investigation and the need of consider a large volume of evidence as well as main party and third party submissions, the necessity to allow sufficient time to take full and proper account of comments received, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Microsoft should just get this deal over the line, or do you think that Sony crybabies are going to get it stopped? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So, moving swiftly on. Dave Bautista, whatever his name is, the wrestling guy who's in Guardians of the Galaxy, is relieved his time as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy is over. He's been attached to the role for almost a decade. Admitted he's relieved that his time playing Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy is over, he's keen to move on to more serious acting roles. The wrestler turned actor told GQ in a recent interview that he's so grateful for his MCU role, but confirmed that Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 3 will be his final outing as Drax the Destroyer, because he now feels ready to close a chapter on that character. I'm so grateful for Drax, I love him, but there's relief. It wasn't all pleasant. It was hard playing that role. The makeup process was beating me down, and I just don't know if I want Drax to be my legacy. It's a silly performance, and I want to do more dramatic stuff. So he's played Drax in 6 movies, as well as the Disney Plus holiday special. So is this going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 proper signposting that Drax the Destroyer is going to get killed in this one? So fans are going to get surprised when he doesn't die and another member of the team dies. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see how things turn out. Last bit of news that I have got is Gran Turismo the movie sneak peek revealed. CES 2023. Sony has shared a sneak peek of the Gran Turismo movie, which hits theatres on August the 11th. So it stars Archie Medwick, I don't know, Orlando Bloom, and David Harbour. I can't even say my own name, let alone anything else. The teaser footage showed establishing shots of a racetrack and a number of sports cars with their drivers ready to hit the asphalt. The footage of the actual Gran Turismo video game, the movie appears to feature a mix of real-life racing and gaming. We also get a look at the filmmakers shooting a racing scene with fast-paced action and lots of close-up shots of cars. Yeah, it's a bloody car racing movie. Neil Blomkamp is directing the Gran Turismo movie. It's based on a true story about a teenage Gran Turismo player who becomes an actual professional race car driver after winning a series of competitions. It's one of many television projects based on PlayStation franchises. We're also expecting adaptations of God of War, that could be quite good, Horizon, not so sure, Ghost of Tsushima, I'm not so sure about that because it could just be like any Japanese like 1980s sort of like based sort of movie back in the day. Days Gone could be alright. Twisted Metal sounds fun. So yeah, that is the gaming news for this week with the Want Game Podcast episode 333. We will go ahead and do the top 40 charts as always. So we will start that now. So, number 40, Instant Sport, never heard of. Golden Ring, Elden Ring, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion, Just Dance 2021, The Callisto Protocol. Number 35 is Nickelodeon Kart Racers, PGA Tour 2K23, Need for Speed Unbound, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy The Definitive Edition. Number 30 Super Mario Party, Luigi's Mansion 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, NBA 2K23, number 25 Ring Fit Adventure, Lego Harry Potter Collection, Gotham Knights, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, number 20 Super Mario Odyssey, 19 The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, Legend of Zelda The Breath of the Wild, Sonic Frontiers, Just Dance 2023. So I wonder if Just Dance 22 is in the chart. Number 15, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Mario Party Superstars, Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope, Splatoon 3, Grand Theft Auto 5, and then the top 10, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, number 9, Minecraft, number 8, Animal Crossing New Horizons, number 7, Pokemon Scarlet, number 6, Nintendo Switch Sports, number 5, Pokemon Violet, number 4, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, number 2, FIFA 23, and at number 1, God of War Ragnarok. And that's thanks to the Games Press and the GFK Entertainment Software charts. Thank you so much for that. So that is the news. So thank you for watching. We will just end by saying please go to the website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk. If you want to help us on Patreon, go to our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/OUG. If you want to buy any of these t-shirts, just go to oneupgaming.co.uk, top right hand corner, online store, have a quick mooch around, see what you can see. Games Inspired Music, the album's available now. Buy it, stream it, 20% of each sale go to the Child Play charity. We have our audio, first 100 podcasts available on a USB audio cassette from audiobooksontape.com, and £1 of each sale will go to the Diabetes UK charity. Please subscribe to us on Facebook. Our YouTube channel's got over 2,000 subscribers now, so please go onto our YouTube channel, subscribe, share, like, watch the videos, all that fun stuff. If you want to win anything, please, we've got our t-shirts. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel and put like Dead Space or t-shirt or Evercade for the Evercade cartridge that we've got to give away. If you want to watch us on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/OUG official. If you want to send us a tweet, it's at OUG official. You want to send us an email, just send it to contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. And if you're listening to this, please subscribe, give 5 stars, positive feedback. It helps people searching for podcasts and gaming stuff on iTunes and things like that. So it's been me, David, from One Up Gaming, from episode 333 of the One Up Gaming podcast, saying thank you, goodbye.
Go baby, go baby, go baby, go baby. I love you, said I love you. Never put nothing above you. Won't let go once I can hug you on the floor. They hate because you let them know that you the ish. Now they hating not because you at the club and proving it. And so they choosing it too late cause now they using it. Can't wait from how you doing it. I know that they pursuing it. You will kindly tell them now my baby's here to watch me go. And for him I put on a show. You just blessed to be here so. My baby goes on. Her body rolls on. I tell her hold on. We close on. Been on it so long. I think we gotta go. Hit my grown man on. You know that I love you so. Let's go, baby, go now. Go now. Baby, go now. Go now. Baby, go now. Say I love when you go for me.
I tell my baby go, but she's not even going though. It's the trust I have in her. Careless what do say to her. Yeah, I'm feeling kinda slick. I'm loving how I swim in it. No, I'm not taming her. The only one's engraving it. Signed and sealed right from her list. You need to know that she's my miss. Treat her like a treasure though. I never wanna let her go. I keep her right in front of me. My heart she will forever be. I do this so she'll never see. Life with me no misery. You deserve the world, my queen. Yeah, I'm back down on one knee. A boy to a man that you have seen. No matter who's wrong, it's you and me. I'm coming for you, baby, so we can stay happy. I'm trying to work so hard for you and me.
Go, baby, go now. Go, baby, go. Baby, go. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. Baby, go. Ha. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Baby, go now. Just go, baby, go now. I love when you go for me. Go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. You go for me. Girl, you go for me. You go for me. Say I love when you go for me. Say my baby's so bad, she can get it so bad that she loves me. Know that I'm a hubby so sad. Say you looking so mad. Oh, you didn't know that. Next time you should check the ring. I know that one's a throwback. I know you see her flashing it, especially when she gets it long. I'm rubbing on and grabbing it. I tell my girl, go ahead and go. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. Go, baby, go now. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. 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 Say I love when you go for me. Yo, go baby, go. Just go, baby, go now. Yeah, LGE, Saint and Conte, get it. Ha.
We got it.
Go,
We got it.
go,
We got it.
Thank you. We're trying to get everybody on to it.